Suppose you have been given $50,000 by a firm and you are an investment banker for that firm and you need to generate a 6% or at least 6% of return on investment for the opportunity. So for every $100, it means $6. So for $50,000, you need to generate that much amount of return for your investors. You have been given full flexibility. You can purchase whatever stocks you want, whatever industries you want, and total flexibility. But the only vision is you know to have your stocks healthy, and you need to share the results at multiple occurrences. You need to share the results after every quarter, perhaps. So let's go. How about seeing it? So as we said, that the vision was to run a very healthy portfolio, run a very balanced portfolio with full flexibility and try to get at least 6% of the return. We were given full flexibility on which industries to pick, which type of stocks to pick, and more so on and so forth. So let's look at how the overview looked like after the stipulated time of 3 quarters. So this is how it looked like. We had total five type of stocks at the end of our journey of portfolio. The stocks were based on their symbol in the various stock exchanges. It was Nvidia, it was Microsoft, Qualcomm, Ralph Lauren, and Apple. We had multiple strategies where we invested a heavy amount into the stocks which generated high return. Earlier, we had a very balanced weight approach where we were giving uh, 10,000 dollars for every stock. But then after the subsequent quarters, we reevaluated, thought that since Apple was doing quite well because of AI challenges and everything, we shifted the balance a little bit, as well as we reduced the balance for Ralph Lauren because it was not generating that much return. So the weights were played accordingly how the stocks were faring. The weight of the Nvidia was not changed because Nvidia is in general based on market precedence is growing too large and we did not wanted to uh, oversell it, and also Nvidia undergone went a 10 to 1 stock split recently. Talking about Nvidia, let's look at what good Nvidia did to our portfolio. Due to huge boom in artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, and all those models, NVIDIA has become a core front of supplying chips, supplying all the hardwares necessary. And now, as per Ray, AI will be seen as a key driver for modern computing, and as and when AI will grow, so does the NVIDIA's reliance, NVIDIA's metric, and thus it will keep on. So if uh, going back to our why NVIDIA was given $10,000, this was the primary reason, and this was the NVIDIA's weight. What was not changed since the beginning, it kept remains same. Let's look at now. Nvidia was a high booming stock. Let's look at a little bit stability performance. Uh, yeah. So let's look at some stability performance. Microsoft and Apple are leaders of their industry. They have been doing business from around a decade. They maintain a very strong stability to our portfolio. If you look at the portfolio, Apple and Microsoft each has a 9% and 10% return on investment because they generate a heavy bulk value. They generate a very powerful thing. And as you can see, that is what contributed to a 15% of the return. Going forward, uh, we had initially invested in Qualcomm the $10,000, but it fudged a little bit. That's why we had to decrease a little bit. But after a few time periods, it got its lead back. That is also due to, in general, Qualcomm has a very strong patent culture and in the fields of innovation and constant drive towards competing with competing market. Patents hold a key for those innovation, and that's what Shane also narrated us. Last but not the least, luxury industry. The Ralph Lauren stocks was there with us for a significant amount of time, owing to that. Hey, sometime or the other, the fortune will shift. Sometimes the flip stock will flip, but owing to no flip, we had to take that hard decision and replace Ralph Lauren's entire stock, replace Louis Vuitton's entire stock with Ralph Lauren, and Ralph Lauren does one very interesting thing in terms of business. That's why the stock was purchased, was due to brand stretchability. uh, it employs multiple level of brand and not luxury brand, and thus expanding its business and projecting its economic strength. Now, coming back to the our first original question, if now you had given a $50,000, how would you take it? Given what we have learned so far in the analysis, what we have learned, the timing of any investment decision is very important. Artificial intelligence boomed right now, and thus investing in Nvidia made sense. Nvidia and Qualcomm made sense. But in doing so, we cannot ever predict the market conditions. There should have been more risk taking involved. Those were the two key considerations. If at the moment right now we were given $50,000 again, we would focus on improving those two lessons learned and building a more stronger portfolio. In conclusion, we set out to create a six more than 6% of threshold, and we were able to do a 15% of threshold. Thank you.